everybody, here we go again. You know, in life, things don't always go as planned, but we're no quitters. I know that I'm not. This is still the day that the Lord hath made, and I am rejoicing, and I'm glad in it. Hi, everybody. There were some technical difficulties. I'm not sure what I did to the video and why it was not uploading, but here we go with our take two. It's all good. We're fine. So today I want to first welcome you to my live video, and this is for those who want to start reselling, and specifically on Poshmark. If you have not already downloaded the Poshmark app, just go to your app store on your cellular device or on your PC, download the Poshmark app, and type in that you want to create a store. If you'd like, you can use 24 Boutique as an invite. And if you make a purchase, you get $10 and I get $10. And then as you become a seller, anyone that you invite that makes a purchase, it'll happen for you as well. So I'm hoping that everyone that joined last time that had interest in starting their store chose their store names. I am so excited to hear what you named your new baby. So if you started your store and you have a name for your store, I would love to have it. I would love to learn what it is. And as always, if you have any comments or questions while we are in the live, please feel free to just write them in the comments. So here we go. Welcome to this live video, and we are going to measure two items. We are going to measure a woman's t-shirt, and we are going to measure a men's pair of athletic trousers. Optimally, having your item on a mannequin is one of the best ways to display your items as you photograph them. The next best way, in my opinion, is by hanging it. And then there's a third option, which is called a flat lay, which is literally just lying it on a surface and taking a photo of it while it's lying flat. Well, it's nice to see how someone may look in their item versus it just lying flat on the floor. So for aesthetics purposes, the best way to some is to use a mannequin. Now, that's not to say, since you're just starting out, to go and run and buy a mannequin. That's not what I did. I did a flat lay on majority of my items for a long time until I was able to scale my business and began buying things. When purchasing a mannequin, check out stores that are going out of business. I bought this mannequin, for example, from Carson's that was in Orland when it was going out of business. I took advantage of some of the mannequins that were for sale and got a full mannequin for a little of nothing. And also a good hanger, or just put something on your wall and hang it. This right here is just a Christmas wreath hook. In the holidays, you're going to see the same hook on the front door with the wreath on it. So running your business does not take a whole lot at the beginning, and you'll find new and better ways to do things. Now, what I'm saying is not written in stone. This is just how I do things. You may find a better way to do all of it, but this is just to get you started. So, going over how do we measure? We all remember our measuring tape. This is the kind of measuring tape that I grew up with. It usually comes in a sewing kit, or you can buy them individually or separately. These measuring tapes come at the Dollar Tree. You can buy these at the Dollar Tree, which is now $1.25. You can get these at Walmart, Target, almost anywhere, Meijer. Easy to find. It comes in measurements of inches, or it comes on the other side in a measurement of centimeters. Well, growing up in America, we have always used inches, and so even though you may have customers who are out of the country that may purchase your items, we are going to use what we know, which is inches. And if you do choose to use a measurement that's not inches, you should still put in the description that you're going to use inches. So we're going to get started with our first item. Our first item is just a simple women's t-shirt. First, I'd like to shout out to my cousin Lizanne, who is the owner of T&B Custom Creations. I asked her to create for me a logo t-shirt with my slogan on it, and she did, and I'm so happy about it. 24 Boutique, Rethinking Resale, Repurpose, Reuse. So thank you, Lizanne, for my awesome t-shirt, and if you would like any type of custom work done, give her a shout out. She's on Facebook. Her name is Lizanne, and the name of her store is T&B Creations. So I just want to give a quick shout out to her. So most of the time when you are measuring in a garment such as a t-shirt, I wanted to mention that women who are full figured, sizes 14 and up, usually desire to know bust size as well. So the measurements that I started off using was armpit to armpit, collar to hem, shoulder to the end. Those were basically the three, but you'll find that women who have the larger sizes also want to know what the bust size is. So while you're writing your description, include everything, because you won't have to go back and answer questions from customers who are interested that may not purchase because they say, why didn't they put in the measurements in the description? So I measure my things from the back. We're going to go armpit to armpit first, using your tape measure. And also, before we get started with that, I also want to mention that measuring tapes come in a variety of sizes. This is a retractable one. I carry these all over. They're in my purse, they're in my work bag, they're in my book bag, they're in my church bag. Mostly everywhere I have a measuring tape. They're all over the house. You can even download a measurement app. They do have an app. I have a measurement app on my phone that you can just download it and hold your phone up to the garment and just move it across the garment, and it'll give you the measurement that way. That's not all. You can use the old standard yardstick. Anything that has a graduation of numbers on it can be used to measure. You can even make your own measuring tape. You can lie this on the table and just copy it and make your own measuring tape. But anything, I just wanted to show you a variety of ways that you can measure. It does not have to be a measuring tape. It can be anything with numbers on it. Okay, so now let's get started. So we're going to take our smallest number, usually will always be to the left. Let's find the seam that is underneath the pit. There's usually a seam under the armpit, and that's where we will start. So measuring from armpit to armpit is 23 inches. So that's what we would write for armpit to armpit. If you have any questions, just write them in the comments and we'll address them as we go. Our next measurement is going to be collar to hem. So, and I would like also to suggest at the beginning, write these things down. Get yourself a spiral that is designated for your measurements. As time goes on, you'll be able to kind of guesstimate and remember the numbers, but there's nothing worse than getting to your fourth number and forgetting what the first one was. So we're going to go from collar to hem, and that measurement is 26. So we have armpit to armpit, 23, collar to hem, 26, and then find the seam on your sleeve and measure starting where the seams meet. And that is 9 inches. There are garments that you will find, such as blouses. There's a type of sleeve, it's called dolman sleeves. They don't usually have any type of seam that is designated. It's just one long sleeve. So if that were the case, you would just start at the collar and measure down to the end of it. And also for stadium jerseys and athletic jerseys, a lot of times they don't have a seam right in that seam in this like makes a T right here kind of. They may not have that, but you'll start there, and then you would designate in your description that you measured from collar to the end of the sleeve rather than shoulder to the end of the sleeve. So those are the first 3. Armpit to armpit, collar to hem, shoulder to the end. Now, of course, if this were long sleeve, we will go shoulder to wrist, and that would be in your description. For items that are for women, I like to measure the bust size, and this bust size is 23 also. So 23, 26, 9, and 23. Those are the measurements for the t-shirt. So just for fun, let's describe this. So in your description, remembering using keywords that can be Googled. For instance, if your customer were looking for a splatter paint t-shirt and you have the right description, then your garment will pop up in the search. So using your search items is essential. So I love to have a women's 16 to 18 V-neck t-shirt. So you would say women's extra large, size 16 to 18, 100% cotton, V-neck, short sleeve, splatter painted, logoed t-shirt. And that will be your description. So there you have it for the women. And as you are doing this, you'll get the hang of it and it'll go faster and faster. So do you have any questions about that? Just type it in the comments. Alrighty, our next item is going to be a pair of men's athletic slacks, athletic trousers. The name of this athletic trouser is called High Tech. These are usually for golfers or hikers, for people who do things outdoors. So for the men, for a garment for a man, I would measure from flat lay waist from end to end. I would measure the rise, which is from the middle to the top. And then you're going to measure the inseam, which is from the same seam in the middle all the way to the end. I also like to include the bottom. I include the bottom just to eliminate anyone asking a question. It's nice to just know. This width is considered a straight leg. So let's do it. Let's measure a pair of men's trousers. So we're going to lay it flat. It's 17 inches. So if this slack is 17 inches, and we know because the back is the same usually, it would be a 34. So we lay it flat and we can measure it that way rather than opening up the waist and using your tape measure to go around in the circle within the trouser. You could do that, but it's just easier to multiply it by 2. So if this was 17, you know that all the way around would be 34. So the waist would be a 34. Now the inseam will measure from the seam to the top, and that's about 10. So this would be considered a mid-rise. There are low-rise, mid-rise, high-rise. So the mid-rise ranges between 10 to 12. The low-rise is below that. You know, the low-rise jeans, as many times as you pull up a low-rise jean, it's still going to not stay up. It's a low-rise. Then there's the high-rise. Women tend to cater more to high-rise jeans, and those are from 12 inches and up. So this one was 10 inches. So our flat lay waist is a 17 and 17, 34. From seam to the top was 10. And so now we'll measure our inseam. So our inseam is the seam in the middle. And we go all the way down to your hem. That is 32. Sometimes in your athletic pants, especially for men, they don't have the seams that meet in the middle because there's usually some type of reinforcement in between the legs. There's something that they call moisture wicking for people who are active. It causes sweat to stay off of the skin. So a lot of times this midsection will be have some type of technology in it, and that's something that you can also mention in your description. It's an added bonus and could get you possibly more dollars. That it's moisture wicked, you know, advanced sweat proof technology. Use all those things like that. So we have 17, 10, 32, and I always like to add what is the width at the bottom. And the width at the bottom is 8. So let's describe it. We have a men's athletic slack, flat front, 1 button closure, covered zipper, belt looped, side slit pockets, lightweight, hidden back pockets that have the closure. Be very careful using the word Velcro. You can use stick together pockets. Velcro is very specific, and you can get banned, especially off of eBay. Your item can be taken down because they do not allow you to use that word. It's copyrighted. So do not use Velcro because whomever made that term is very specific about using it. So we can Google some synonyms for Velcro, but I would stay away from it. Poshmark is not so strict on it, but other platforms will take down your listing for using that word. And also mention in your description that it has a glow in the dark feature too, so that it's easily visible at night. That's something that you can add. And there you have it. So we've learned how to measure a gentleman's garment, and we've learned how to measure a garment for a woman. Be sure to add your descriptions. And I think in the next video, we'll go over keywords because keywords are key in helping your item become discovered. What sets your item apart from the many, maybe millions of garments, at least thousands upon thousands of garments that are the same as yours? I'll tell you the secret in that. Keywords. So as we learn our keywords, your listing will be distinctive, and that will be the difference in who is able to find your item versus another. As always, thank you for stopping in to learn about measurements. I'm glad that you arrived. I'm not sure what I did at the beginning with the first video. It wasn't uploaded, so if it does upload, I'll just watch it again, I suppose. But this is Stephanie. I'm 24 Boutique. Be sure to leave your closet name in the comments. If you have any prayer requests, leave them in the comments, because I do pray for everyone who is on my live. So if you have any specific requests, please be sure to leave that in the comments. I'm hoping that you're having an outstanding Saturday evening. It's still nice outside and there's still some daylight, so I think I'll go out and enjoy a little bit of it. Thanks for joining me. 24 Boutique. Have a great day.